across Canada under the Community Foundations of Canada Charter. They inspire donors, they grow endowments, and invest in the people of Surrey. They are our foundation here in Surrey, supporting the livability of our residents and supporting Surrey's economy. They help community-minded individuals, families, charitable agencies who want to leave a meaningful and lasting legacy to our community. And to tell you more, please help me welcome John Lawson, Chair of SurreyCares Community Foundation. John, over to you.
Thanks, Anita. Well, you just took everything I was going to say about us, so that's it. We're done. Just teasing. So my name is John Lawson. I am Chair of SurreyCares Community Foundation. Our foundation, as Anita said, has been around for 26 years. We have been Surrey's best kept secret, and our goal is to change that. We are the charity of Surrey's charities. We advocate for the people, the charities, and the nonprofit organizations of Surrey. We educate by showing charities a way to sustainability, and helping those who want to give find the best way to meet their need. We convene, bringing together like-minded individuals, groups, and governments to collaborate, partner, and be stronger. Surrey as a community is very charitably minded, but so much of it is given outside of our community. We'd love to shift that. Give it home to make our home stronger. If Vancouver Foundation manages over $1 billion, why can't we? Our main focus that allows us to do everything discussed is to manage those charitable investments. We have 3 tools for this. There's an endowment fund. This is permanent capital, permanent investment that only the income is ever distributed. So the money is there forever, always providing an income stream. An example of that is the Friends of Surrey Museum. It's an endowment fund which allows people not to have to pay admission fee when going into the museum. Another endowment is set up by a family that they wanted to fund those suffering from addiction. Again, this capital is permanent and gives forever. That's long-term. On the other side of the spectrum is what we call a flow-through, short-term, somebody who has a lump of money being gathered and distributed in a short period of time, usually a year or 2. An example of that is a group called Race to Resurface. They came forward to raise $600,000 needed to resurface the South Surrey track so that the public can continue to use it safely for years to come. And in between those two are what we call a managed fund. These are typically longer-term dollars, but not permanent capital. An example is a charity that did a capital campaign to build a facility. With the excess dollars they raised, the board had the foresight to know in time repairs would be needed, so entrusted it to us to manage. In all of these examples, we do the administrations, filings, charitable receipting, governance, and reporting. So if you know an individual, organization, or company that might be interested, reach out and connect us. In our role as Surrey's advocate, we, through the Community Foundations of Canada and the federal government, brought over $1.5 million to Surrey for charities serving the most affected by COVID this year. We are currently adjudicating that last $500,000 that will be granted next week. We are more than 7 times oversubscribed, and this has by far been the hardest, most gut-wrenching adjudication in our 26 years. Unfortunately, most of these requests will go unfunded. When COVID hit last spring, we partnered with Surrey Board of Trade, Saheli Foundation, and the Surrey Now Leader to form the Surrey Community Relief Fund. This is another example of what we call a flow-through. Every $5,000 raised is flowed out to a charity in Surrey. This fund is a way for individuals, companies, and organizations to directly support this urgent need in our community and is easily received a tax receipt for. To wrap up, let's look forward as we're currently in our 2021 strategic plan refresh. Our 3 focus points are people, communication, and education, and raising the dollars for charities in our community. If you or someone you know wants to get involved, we have opportunities through the board or committee work. We are looking to partner with other organizations, speak to other boards, companies, and service groups to help educate them on us and different ways to have an impact. We currently have 3 fundraising pushes as 2020 comes to a close. If you know any performing arts organization wanting to create an endowment fund for themselves, we have matching dollars available, but the application deadline for this is November 30th. We have the Surrey Community Relief Fund that I have just referred to, and we have the Smart and Caring Fund that allows us to grant the dollars wherever it's needed most. The directors of the board will be reaching out to their connections in the community to put the challenge forward. Thank you all for what you do. Being part of the Surrey Board of Trade shows that you care. If you have any questions or would like to chat, we will always make the time. On behalf of SurreyCares Community Foundation, thank you and enjoy your networking at noon.
Thank you so much, John. And SurreyCares is Surrey's community foundation. And Surrey is an opportunity city, and we need to ensure that we're supporting our charities and those in need within our city during this pandemic and beyond the pandemic. So thank you so much to SurreyCares for your sponsorship and your support and your partnership.